Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny from Danny Zoom Books, and thank you guys so much for clicking onto my video. Today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different than what I normally do. So instead of doing just a normal book review, I'll be doing book recommendations instead. And with this video, I want to do primarily paranormal book series. So these series are books that I really enjoy. They are something that I've read a while ago. However, there's something that still sticks in my head when I think of books, and I really just wanted to share with you guys so that you guys can read them and let me know what you guys think. And I hope that you guys really do enjoy the this video. So let's go ahead and get started. The first book is Born at Midnight by C.C. Hunter. There you go. This follows the story of a girl named Kylie. So basically what happens is that Kylie goes to a party and something happens, and her mom ends up shipping her off to a camp for troubled teens. And then as she gets there, she kind of realizes that it's kind of a little more than just troubled teens. And so throughout the whole book she's kind of finding out that there are werewolves and witches and vampires, and basically anything and everything that you can think of is in this camp. And so as she realizes that, you know, to her she doesn't belong there, but she starts to fall in love with everything, and then she meets these two guys and ends up kind of falling in love with them. And you just realize certain things start to happen, and it's a really cool book. I really recommend it. It's a paranormal book, but I definitely recommend it. Okay, so the next one is Significance by Shelley Crane. Now this one follows the story of a girl named Maggie, and she's 17 years old. And in the beginning you kind of notice that her mom left the family and her dad kind of shut down. So it's just basically her by herself. And she's graduating and she's going to meet a friend for like an after graduation kind of celebration. And so as she goes there, she meets a dude, and she kind of saves him from being run over. So they end up walking together and they get to the same house, and she realizes that that's the cousin of the person she's going to hang out with. Something happens that they end up having like hand touches or something like that, and they go, and all of a sudden something changes. She sees a flash of different she sees basically just a flash of images, and she realizes that now, ever since touching his hand, she can't think of anything else other than him. She doesn't want to leave him. All she can think about is him. And so this book is really just about kind of their story, of the guy's story, of their family, of the powers that they end up getting. And basically just this really cool action film. She gets kidnapped and things start to happen, and you get really into it. It's really intense, and I honestly recommend this book if you want romance. It's paranormal, so it's romance, it's action, it's got powers, it's got everything that you really want in it. It's awesome. It's kind of like, I want to say, it keeps you up at night. It keeps you at the edge of your seat. So I definitely recommend this if you want something that is fun. It's loving. It's just a really cute story, but it's also really like, if you want some action along with it, then I definitely recommend you picking this one up. So the next book is called Iron King by Julia Kagawa. And this one, it follows the story of a girl named Megan. And basically what happens is that she starts to realize, she believes that she's a normal girl. And then one day she kind of notices that someone's watching her from afar. And she kind of notices over and over again. And as she notices this, I guess her best friend starts to notice too. And so he starts to become very protective of her, and that's out of his character. And so she starts to think, you know, she's scared a little bit, and then something happens to her brother where she ends up having to go save him, and this takes her into a different world where she starts to learn that she's not what she thinks she is, and the world isn't what she thinks it is. And so she goes into this dimension of the Fae world, and she has to go find her brother while she falls in love, while she's trying to protect herself and her best friend and everything that goes on. So what you think really isn't. And it's a really cool book. It's a paranormal book. And if you want action, it's definitely in this book. If you want something funny, it's this book. If you want romance, it's this book. It's this series. I definitely recommend it because honestly, it keeps you like the second book. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, and it's something that'll definitely keep you up at night while you're reading. So I definitely recommend this one too. next book is by Tara Lynn Childs, and it's called Sweet Venom. Now this is a trilogy, and this one is about, it follows the story of triplets, and it is Grace, Gretchen, and Greer. And it's kind of like, it's a mythology book, a paranormal kind of thing, but it's really mythology. And it follows these three girls, and it goes with that they are the descendants of Medusa. And so each girl has certain powers, but they all kind of have the same thing. And they are kind of the protectors of the human world. And they have to protect the human world of the mythical creatures that are starting to come in through a rip through our world, and it connects to theirs. So their job is to protect the world and to send those creatures back to where they came from. And so you really just follow their story throughout the all three books, and you really like it. This is really more mythology, and it's definitely more action than there is romance or there is mystery or anything else. It's just really straight up it's really just straight up action. So if you really just want an action book and that's it, I definitely suggest picking this up. And if you're into mythology, I know that Percy Jackson is mythology, and although I have not read it, I have seen the movies, and I know I should read the books before I see the movies, but I've seen the movies, and if you like the movies or if you like mythology just in general, I definitely think that if you pick this up, you'll definitely like it. I read this in about a week, so I definitely think that it's worth it. I read the whole trilogy within a week, so I definitely think that it's worth it. So pick this one up too. Okay, so the next book is Dearly Departed by Leah Habel, and this one is it follows the story of a girl named Nora, and it's based in like 2195 or something, but it kind of has the feeling of back in the day, like 1950s, around that area. But it's about a girl named Nora, and her father ends up disappearing, and she ends up being kidnapped on a night of being attacked by certain creatures that she's never seen before. And so the person that she kidnaps her basically ends up being a zombie. And so she's taken into this zombie boot camp where she finds out that the dead are coming back to life, and they don't understand why. And they don't know, and they're trying to keep them alive, and she started understanding them, and she's trying to find her father, and she's falling in love, but she's loving the boot camp, but she's still scared. And so this is a really good book if you really just want romance. There is some action, but that's towards the end of the chapters. But I really like it. I think it's a little political towards the second book, and towards a little bit of the ending of the first book. It's political, but it's honestly really good. So if you kind of want things that are a little political, if you want things that are really just romance, I definitely pick this up. I would definitely recommend that you pick this one up. The next one is Ruby Red by Kirsten Gear. Now this one is also a trilogy, and this book is basically following the story of Gwyneth, and her family is a little weird. It's a little different. They have the time traveler gene, and this one goes through a few generations of the women's side, and there's another family that just goes straight to the male side. And so you find out that Gwyneth has the gene, although her cousin was thought to have it. So she was trained and Gwyneth was not. So you see that she's kind of untrained, and she's met up with this new dude who she's never known, who was trained with her cousin. He doesn't want her there. And so you just see her just trying to figure out how to handle time traveling without being prepared. And then also falling in love with her partner, but trying to hide, and her trying to understand the things that this whole secret society is hiding. And she's trying to find out why her other cousin ran away with her partner and everything like that. So it's honestly awesome. If you love time travelers, if you love paranormal, if you love romance, this is a little action in there, but if you love it, I definitely recommend picking this one up. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about these books, whether you guys have read them, whether you guys haven't read them. If you decided that you wanted to pick it up, let me know. I want to know you guys' thoughts. If you have read it, let me know what you guys thought about the book, and let me know if you want me to do a book review on that book or any book in general. And if you guys haven't read any of these books, I seriously suggest you guys pick them up. And if you guys do, again, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I do videos every Wednesday. Well, I try to do it every Wednesday. But just let me know what you guys think and whether I should be doing some more of these or some more challenges or just stick with the book reviews. So you guys just let me know. And again, I hope you guys really enjoyed my video. Bye guys.